As I said in my tweet, guys, it feels like the finals, but it's only the semifinals here in the Olimoleague. Game number 1 in this best of 3, spawning here in the bottom left corner of the map. Your eyes do not deceive you. This is the one, the only, Big Boy Parting! And his opponent in the upper right, playing from Samsung Galaxy, going for an extractor trick to start his day. It's the Red Zerg Solar. Both of these two are just absolutely fantastic players, but more than that, the other semifinals bracket, which we will be casting after this, is True versus Journey. So what I love, and I'm like sitting clapping my hands about, is no matter who wins this, and no matter who wins the other semifinals, any combination of these 4 players makes for a fantastic best of 5 grand finals. So buckle in, guys. We're getting closer to the end of the Olimoleague, and you're almost done suffering through the solo cast, but we got some good games ahead of us still yet. Now, Parting actually just... Oh, he's gonna play cheesy. Solar and Parting actually didn't fight too long ago, and one of the grossest things I've ever seen Parting do was just go full Protoss. Cannons into proxies, into Dark Templar. I mean, I've seen him abuse Zerg players in every single which way possible. But looks like he's going for cannons on this one to start it off. Solar is going to intercept this probe. Now, sadly, you can't kill the probe with just a drone, but knowing that it's coming is a pretty big deal. And getting on top of this early definitely helps a bunch. First pylon goes down, second pylon goes down, third pylon gonna go down. It's got a bunny port, there we go, to completely wall this off. Now, the logic behind this is obviously you don't need 3 pylons, but you do need to minimize the surface area in which drones can connect to your probe. So I'm not sure if he'll cancel this one on the north side, but he does want to get the cannon at least started before he does. And looks like he's actually not... Okay, barely gets the cancel off. Barely, but he puts... Oh! The quickest second pylon! The backdoor pylon! Locks that in so the drones can't connect. And Solar... Well, now he's going to want to go for a cancel, but look what Parting did. He hid his second probe off to the side so he could A, build more cannons, but B, go to intercept the third base. And truth be told, I've seen more games end through cannon rushes not dealing direct damage or directly killing a base, but more so through denying a hatchery. If it takes too long for Solar to ever get a second base up, whether it's at the third or at the fourth or at his own natural, this game is just going to be over before it begins. There's not a lot of Zerg players who even bother trying to play one base off of this, but Solar, he's going to go for proxy hatcheries, I guess? A couple Lings going to try and outrun this, but this was the point of Parting putting 2 cannons down, making sure that if Lings were to try and counter across the map, it wouldn't quite cut it. But Solar's going to go through the back rocks to do it. This is so clever. If he decides to do a bunch of Speedlings and he runs past the cannons, he loses so many Speedlings on the way. But meanwhile, there's no cannon at home. He might be able to mineral walk through the door. This Party fully walls it off. No full wall comes down. I've actually seen some pretty big weak spots of Parting in the past. We'll discuss in a bit of time, but pre-pulls the probes and he doesn't overreact. He pulls just enough to really chase these down, not enough to kill a hatchery outright, but Solar's not going for 1 but 2 and maybe even a 3rd hatchery if this gets worrisome. The idea is that you want to bait out 2 cannons to the wrong hatchery and then invest in the other. Now, to explain how this works, you can pull 7 probes and that will kill the hatchery down. You can pull 5 probes and stall out its health. But if you've only got 1 cannon, it's actually not enough to cut it, and Solar's really struggling to get this other hatchery down. But this one, I almost guarantee is looking to get canceled. It does get distracted to keep the drone alive. This will probably get canceled as well to build into a hatchery later should he need a backup. But the idea is that he's hoping Parting puts a cannon down so he can cancel this one and have this one safely done. But at the same time, there's a pylon here, so a cannon might go down on this side. He doesn't know, and that's the whole point of this 3rd drone really being around to dick around, but he's actually just going to let it complete. Not sure if on purpose or an accident, but another drone slips by while all this is going on, and this drone would maybe become a spine crawler, I guess? I don't know. That's what I thought he was going to cancel this one for. He is going for roaches behind this nonetheless, and it is going to be this incredibly, we'll call it irritating proxy. Drone sadly dies, so he can't build a spine crawler. Cancels this one, waited for the cannon to bait out. Pretty smart moves, but he's still going to have to deal with this hatchery. However, this hatchery is full health, and Solar, I don't think he'd be able to get too much out of this. If he'd been able to sneak this by, this would have been fantastic, but the Zealot's chipping away at it. The Queen's not going to get made in time. The Roach, 1, 2 Roaches, they can't really deal with the cannon, much less that Zealot. However, still building behind this, still looking to invest in a Nidus Worm? You know, there's not a lot of one-base plays behind these builds, but I guess if you're going to go for one thing, Nidus wouldn't be too bad. But where do you put it? Because there's already cannons covering 2/3 of the base. He's got his back rocks watched. He may hope that, I guess the cannon gets low, and then maybe this Overlord sneaks a Nidus here on the northernmost side of the base. Kind of a bit of complacency thing, like false sense of security. Parting thinks, oh, okay, I've cleaned up all the proxies, I'm actually good to go. But he doesn't have any vision here on the very north side of his base, and Solar is counting on this. He's not hoping for this, he's counting on this. So here comes the Nidus Swarm. It's a last-ditch effort to stay in this game. This can work. The cannon is incredibly low. There's no Mothership Core, no Photon Overcharge, no Stalkers. There's too late to pull the probes into this. Roaches are going to be coming out immediately, and can this win the game for Solar? It's his only chance. Queen comes out first, no transfuse available. Second Queen comes out, still no transfuse quite available. Oh, one is actually ready to go. He should be able to take out the cannon. He should be able to deal with the Zealot, but there's no way he holds this main. 3 cannons at the natural base. His frontal wall-off's good, and parting is going to fall, ladies and gentlemen. Solar takes game number 1, responds to cheese in the best way possible, and well, we'll see what map number